Today we will be using the properties of exponents to simplify expressions. The first property of exponents we will look at, anything to the 0 power is 1. So that means 5 to the 0 power equals 1. If we have a fraction over a fraction with the same base, different powers, we will subtract the exponents. So 4 cubed over 4 squared is 4 to the first. And we know that because if we were to take 4 times 4 times 4 divided by 4 times 4 for 4 squared, these would cancel out and we just have 4. If we have a negative exponent, it will become flipped down into the denominator of a fraction. So 2 to the negative 3 becomes 1 over 2 cubed, which is 1 over 8. If we have two different numbers in parentheses with an exponent, the exponent will be to both numbers in the parentheses. So if we have 2x to the 4th power, we're saying 2 to the 4th times x to the 4th, or 16x to the 4th. If we have a number in parentheses with an exponent raised to an additional power, we multiply the powers. So z to the 4th quantity squared is z to the 8th. Okay. If we wanted to write out z to the 4th times z to the 4th, remember we would add those powers and we would get z to the 8th as well. If we have two numbers with the same base but different powers and we are multiplying, we will add the exponents. So x to the 4th times x cubed is equal to x to the 7th. And if we have a fraction raised to a power, we will raise the numerator to that power and the denominator to that power. So in our sample problem, we'll have 3 to the 4th over y to the 8th, or 81 over y to the 8th. Let's do some more examples. We want to simplify and rewrite each expression using only positive exponents. Notice in letter A, we are multiplying two numbers together. We will multiply the 5 and the negative 3, negative 15, and the a's have the same base, so we will add the exponents, a to the negative 1. Because our directions say positive exponents, the a to the negative 1 will be flipped to the denominator of the fraction. So our final answer is negative 15 over a to the first. In letter B, we are raising a quantity to a power. So negative 4 cubed. Remember, if we have a power raised to a power, we will multiply the powers. X to the negative 9th. Remember, y to the 0 is just 1, so we don't need to write it. Z to the 15th. Remember, a negative exponent will flip down in a fraction. So x to the 9th will be in the denominator. Negative 4 cubed is negative 64, and we'll still have z to the 15th. So here is our final answer. In letter C, we have a quantity divided by a quantity. We know the numerator will still have a 4. Remember, if we have exponents in the numerator and denominator, we will subtract those. The other thing that I will see students do is if I know in the numerator I have 4a, b to the 6th means 6 b's, and c cubed is 3 c's, over our denominator 5 a's, 1 b, and 3 c's. And then they will recognize that, oh, they can cancel out 3 c's, 1b, and 1a. So notice wherever the larger exponent is, that is where that variable will stay. So our numerator, notice we still have a 4. B to the 6th over b to the 5th will be in the numerator. All of the c's drop, and a over a to the 5th will result to an a to the 4th in the denominator. Okay. Now you try 3 on your own. The answer to A, 1 over 4y to the 4th, to B, 16a squared b to the 6th, and for C, x squared over 512 x to the 10th, y to the 10th. This concludes our properties of exponents lesson.